So what you have to remember is that all of these people were mean first. All of these people were mean first. Like every single one of them was much more mean first by not replying, I promise. But that's not really what this video is about. This video is just me after my haircut. Today, Kantanasizing shirtless. Because I liked that one dude's video of Kantanasizing. So I'm gonna start to get into Kantanasizing. Because I have this nice one to swing around. Oh, I hope I don't hit this fan. It'd be good for comedic effect. But it's actually, because of the leverage of it, it's actually pretty good exercise. And it's not all that boring. So we're just gonna do like basic swings, I guess. Because it's also like, I know all the baseball players, like I did take a small sword fighting class, and all the baseball players are gonna want like a baseball swing, right? Like this. Which would hurt, it would hurt someone. But what they told me is that you're not supposed to swing it like a baseball bat. But you can definitely, like you can work out the forearm, right? And especially, you just have to remember to switch hands, right? But it's definitely like a forearm workout. This way. You want water already. You're throwing. Elliot has those big, like, stick ball things, like, that's like, has anyone seen Conan? Like Conan the Barbarian? Like, isn't that's how he gets his shoulders big? Is he just like holds up, see, like you just can hold up for shoulder movements. You can hold up the sword and just do shoulder stuff. It's just fun. I almost wish that fan wasn't there, but the fan's nice. It's pretty warm for this November. If the Japanese saw, I'm sure they'd say no discipline. And it would be like with this weighted katana, it would be like 1,000 swings or something, I'm pretty sure. And I imagine, I've never taken a katana class. I took a knight fighting class at the rec, but I'd imagine it would be like this. Like you'd have to raise up, right? If you're gonna do downward swing, you'd raise up to about here, where maximum leverage would be. And swing down. I'm not sure which foot to step with, but I guarantee you will be really tired at like a weighted cardio level after 1,000 swings of a katana sword. Especially a like kind of balanced weighted stainless steel show katana sword. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Has anyone seen that video with like the really big black dude like doing like flips and tricks with his katana sword? Katana, I think, just means like sword in Japan, so I'm just saying sword. His katana. I like mine a lot. You get like a close-up view of mine now. It's better to be a katana murderer than dead meat, too. Is there? And it's good for stabbing. You can stab from far, right? You get that nice reach, right? If you know the brute attacks you, you have this nice like stabbing reach there, right? And I imagine it would almost be like down here, and then you can step in and stab, probably, right? Like down here, he comes, maybe he swings overhead or comes to grab at you, right? As a smaller person, step in and stab, right? Step in and stab there. And don't look at the camera, look at the eye on the ball there, right? But yeah, smaller, space, step in and stab. Just know if God is basing it off of, like, if I can get into a fight with my uncle or family, it's probably not a good thing to base whether or not Gordon can get into a fight with someone. Just remember that. Here, what time are we at? Oh, we're only 6 minutes, cool. But yeah, I already like need my water. So we're gonna go back to the shoulders and show you that at least you can do like shoulder stuff. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And my arm is very sore from just 15 of those because of the leverage of the sword. The sword isn't very heavy. I'm not sure how much the sword weighs, but because of the length of the sword, this is what's called leverage. The sword has leverage on me right now. The weight at the end of the sword is much heavier because of the length of the blade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Another quick exercise I'm going to show you all is how to fix the back. So do a few of these. Loosen up your shoulders and your back if you have back issues, especially like upper back issues. I'm not really sure if it's upper back or like lower back this fixes more. I'd say it's upper back and shoulder issues is what this fixes for me, most certainly. So, and then reach down here within keeping your spine as straight as possible, like a deadlift. That's a good one from Elliot, right? And reach down and touch your toes, and you should feel the pull in your hamstring, just to give yourself a little straight back stretch. And then we're gonna do 30 just jumping jack arm raises now. And I guarantee for some really big guys that have a lot of weight on their arms, their forearms, their triceps, biceps, shoulders, and have like low range of motion in their shoulders because they have a lot of bulk on, without any weight in their hand whatsoever, with no katana sword, no little like dainty girl weights, they might have some issue just putting their arms above their head and touching together. So all together, we're going to do just half of a jumping jack. You don't even have to do the jumping jack with me. This is just a stretch and an exercise for the shoulders, because you can do a shoulder exercise like this with no weight and have it still work the shoulder, I promise. If you just hold your arms above your head, your shoulders back here will get very tired. If I come close here, you can see my shoulder flexing very hard. But so, I'm going to do it from the back so you can see my back. And you just want to reach up and I do 3 sets of 30. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and you want to flex the lats while you're doing this. 5, 6, and ideally look up with the straightest back, and you should feel the tightness here, and that's where probably the most restriction is. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And with my head up and my spine like correct there, that almost, like, that's so difficult for just me that it gives me a head rush. Like a little bit actually. Which, I mean, I know I'm a little like underweight and tired right now, but I had a good breakfast this morning. I had my big bottle of water. I'll go find that for a second. So, I mean, I'm on my second big thing of water. I've had my protein coffee today. I was up early, so I had a good, like, I treated myself with a good triple sandwich breakfast from Chick-fil-A, which was a little bit salty, a little bit carby. Those biscuits aren't great, but if that's all I have as far as carbs for the day, I should be fine. Other things you can do while you're resting on the shoulder and the back stretch is these, right? Just standing twists. Kind of move those out. More arm circles, big arm circles, small arm circles, big bear stretches up, big and tall like this. Neck stretches. Like that. I have really long neck, so I do the neck stretches all the time. And then just deep, like, light drop stretches, like I was doing, like to do the fitness thing. And just drop it. And these. And the trick on these, this is for form, for squatting. You just want to keep a straight back on them. Like, you can do them quick and pop them back up, but I found I just like to keep a straight back. And I like to keep my like whole musculature like and lats locked in with holding the fists like this. And you can watch the feet this way. But yeah, those are good to do. So we're gonna do the back 30s again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, and if your head wants to go back forward, that's because it's hurting. Like, that's because your back doesn't want to do that anymore. 15, 16, 17, and see, these muscles push your head forward because they're so big now, big guys. Now I'll do the other 15 front. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. How I figured these out is I really like the delt raise for shoulders, because everyone wants the big shoulders, right? Like, Kino Body is about the big shoulders. The 3D delts are like a really big thing. So I've always been into the delt raise, right? And the delt raise machines, like gyms that have specifically the delt raise machines, and then figuring out other ways of doing the delt raise machines. And what I actually found the best is like you can do it with a light weight or like the sword or something, right? Right? What I found to be the best still, to some degree or another, for high repetitions like a push-up, is just no weight at all. So just for like delt raises, just like 1, 2, 3 for the back of the shoulder here actually, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, right? And there's 20. But you could work that up to where you get to 100, and I promise you would see a lot of the definition in the back of the delt. 1, 2, and always make sure to do the same thing on the other side, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, I don't know. I feel like these are like a strange exercise like Batman would do, right? Like in Batman Begins, he does the cool like katana fights and stuff with the Asian warriors. So, like, you know, if you're making fun of me, you're kind of making fun of Batman too. Or any of these guys that like to do the Kantanasizing. What else have I done today? I've also been on my walk. Got up and did my morning walk today. About halfway through, took my shirt off so I could get maybe a little bit of sun. But, like, I don't know how much you can see on this, of my arms. It takes a while. I mean, and my hair is here blocking it, but it does take a while to get it to the darkness of even my arms, which still isn't that dark. It's just my skin tone, right? So I'm gonna do my last 30 here, and then cut the video for this one, I think. So I'm gonna do the back again. I'm gonna do 15 from the front, 15 from the back. We're gonna see it again and try to do the best form I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, right? And then we go over here. Push out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And there you go. And you're all done for the day. It's almost like angeling out. For these exercises, I like to recommend these to people who are really out of shape and not trying to overdo it when they're getting back into exercising. Because that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I haven't been really exercising a lot, just eating correctly so that I don't gain a bunch of weight. And then also, like, you know, older people who maybe can't do as much anymore, these are great exercises for them because it's all body weight. It's all about just your range of motion. It's just mobility. Like, these are all just straight mobility. Like, this would be like, you know, a 30-minute to an hour warm-up before you go and do your strength training for the day. And this is just like just to loosen up, just to get silly, right? It was you know, the Elliott breakup, the holding patterns thing, and then combined with like some of these, right, for the legs, which a lot of the fitness guys have done and know, just the kneeling squats, right? Just the long lunge kneeling squats, and then the fitness drop. Once again, back up, fitness drop. Right, like maybe some like wrestling, like move arounds that I remember from high school kind of thing. So that should be your whole mobility for you.